Oh. Awesome. Thank you much for joining us today, everybody who is here in person, as well as our online audience. We are also recording the session for anybody who missed it today. Unfortunately, we've had some people say scheduling conflicts, even around already. So we could clarify that, but they'll still be able to hear this session later. This is first in our series of Bring Your Lunch and Learn sessions for the 2017-2018 school year. We do plan to offer one per month, so please watch for correspondence on that. For the first one, it is called What Employers Want, How to Get Down. And we do have our guest speakers with us today. This is Lisa Reed. She is a current student in human resources working at Green Acres. I can tell you a bit more about her role. And joining her is her supervisor, Patrick. Patrick Roach is the Human Resources Manager for Green Acres and a fellow University of Lethbridge alum. So we're so happy to have them, and we'll take it away.
Perfect. Thank you. Go ahead. We'll get into it.
Okay. Just like you said, today we're presenting on what employers want and how to stand out. So we're going to present on the interview process. So we're going to learn kind of things, how to prepare the interview, what you do during an interview, and then post-interview, kind of the things you do. So, pre-interview. Let's say that you apply for a job, that they want to have you in for an interview. Awesome. But what are some things that you have done or that you have heard that, you know, better to prepare yourself for the big day? Who will we find out what will be better? Do we have to that kind of thing?
I don't know the confidence. Just have them going that might be the best candidate to market yourself that way.
Right. So, like you said, try to market yourself as being the best candidate. But in your working career, you look at the hundreds of other applicants applying the same position. You're finding the same problem when applying for a co-op position. So we can begin other students. So how do you better prepare yourself for that interview day? And how do you set up? Focusing on today is branding yourself. How do you? Basically, yourself. Most impressive upon the employer, your brand, what you stand for, your value, what you want from your career. What kind of help yourself? Like I said, take home yourself. One of the things that we would suggest, take out a piece of paper, write down those things that you value in your career. You know, whether that be security, whatever it may be. That write down some of the things that where you want to see yourself. You know, where do you see yourself in your career 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road? As you start to kind of create a sense of who you are, what you want in your career, what you want in the future, get confidence in how you present that of yourself to the employer. So another thing, and this was mentioned before, is to research the employer. Now, about the average applicant would do. Don't just 10 minutes research employers and we have everything down, you know, memorizing the mission statement on that. Read between the lines. Maybe you can find they have a business plan online. Maybe you have a business plan that they support local nonprofit organizations that you actually have to volunteer at or you also support. Right there, commonality. Try to find that would value you, and that you can also prepare questions that you can ask later on. maybe you wanted to get in this organization for a long time. Maybe because of that, she conducted an informational interview with someone in that organization. I think you're self doing that. You network with someone within that organization. Present that upon the employer. Nothing showing off your brand and who you are. I know to yourself, please take into consideration how you represent yourself outside of the working zone. Not taking media. I hear a lot. Everybody, how would you be embarrassed by things that are on the face of time or the things that you post? I think it goes unknown a little bit, but it's so important. And you recognize that anyone you network with, anyone you, especially right now at this point in your careers as students, brand yourself. Remember you for who you are and the things that you say. The final.
Good. I mean, with your homework.
Yeah.
My first, we're trying to do that egg Canada there. One of the few questions was they actually asked me what are the main crops in Canada that we produce there. And I wouldn't have found that list if I didn't go to their website. So it's definitely
really do your research.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I have no idea if I did. But it's up on page and just read their what they want to do. I don't have to go through all the pages and do all the
So you really make sure you know what you're going into. And try to create questions that are valued to learn more about things that you could ask. It's so crucial. Talk to you about in preparing for the interview. Try to set a goal for that. Any interview that you go into, you're going to get questions. You can create that, take it that point. You can create a tone interview. You can start presenting you who you are, your brand. For example, if I'm interviewing me and he goes, Lisa, come here. And I go, well, I'm Lisa. I'm university, nursing degree, hope to graduate in April with, and okay, so does everyone else. It's fine for that position. How can you stand out from the rest? If I go, well, Pat, my name's Lisa. I was born and raised in Regina, Saskatchewan. I grew up playing golf on a competitive level. In fact, I actually represented Team Saskatchewan in many events, West Canada Games, Canada Summer Games. 4 years, I decided to make a big change in my life and take the plunge to move to Lethbridge. I didn't know anybody. Started a degree where I found out I wanted to learn more about started a career around that. These are two different forms that I did that. Doesn't really anybody else. But the second one also had, I think, this person's interesting. And I told him something that he could remember by. And it's important. And if you have the confidence of presenting that to you. Those are things that you can do to prepare for you. Have confidence, write down your values, what's in your career, really do your research on the employer, really in depth, and this whole. Now, unless you have anything else to add to that?
I do. I just have a couple of comments.
Sure.
It's really interesting. Everybody sort of Reebok, right? It's a huge sports franchise. But did you know that Reebok went paycheck to paycheck for almost the first 2 decades of its operation? Because building it for a brand, and that's what you are, is you are the brand. And you can't go, okay, I changed the brand for tomorrow. You're thinking about what your brand's going to be for tomorrow, for 5 years from now, and 10 years from now, 15, 20. You're a marketable brand. And when we talk about that confidence, you actually deserve to be there. To get into the next part, we're talking about the actual interview itself. But you get past the gatekeeper, you get past the with the resume, they're like, you know what, this is someone I'd like to see. You know, with confidence, because for context, we went through and looking for a receptionist position for one of my facilities. So I had 120 applicants. So I'm short from 120 applicants to then 5. And so if they get to the interview, you're a person that's been shortlisted. So you already that you deserve to be there because they somehow you already and you presented in the brand that you are. Does that make sense? Great. The easy portion. And go through, actually, if you have any questions, you know, feel free to ask. It's really great. The more engagement that we have, the better.
The resume for a new brand, how it looks, style it, or that makes sense.
I've seen, like, in thousands of people and tens of thousands of resumes. And that's really depends on the individual that potentially the organization themselves about what their preferences are. Because we all have biases, we all have snap judgments all the time about the way that we come in contact. They're very present. And so when you're doing the research, you might have that on the website, they may use a particular font, you know, which is probably for the visual identity standard. So if you want, in a font already familiar with reading, it makes that legibility a lot easier for them to read. Right? So it varies, depending on how the posting is set up. And a lot of things, we spend a whole time just talking on resumes, or on interviews, or on developing reviews. Like, so many aspects. And so it's just kind of highlighting a lot of those things. But as we get into the question portion, if you have some really specific questions, I can certainly answer them for you. Or after you have some questions to think of, feel free to submit them to the co-op office. I'll transition them over to myself so we can refine them. Okay, so you Excel. If I seem a little antsy up here, I'm just used to being a lot of energy. Verbal, and I put now is you guys as an example. Okay, so one other thing, and I'm walking away from the microphone. For those of you who can't see me, I'm walking over to somebody randomly, and I'm going to shake a hand.
I just said
Right. Right? I invited someone in for an interview, and I just shaken their hand. You put forth your hand, and I get that dead fish, that clammy, that sweaty hand. It focused on you as an applicant or what I'm just transpired. Right? And so that already affects your brand because you, myself, organization, you're making judgment calls just like you. We're people just like you. And all those types of things are impactful. And I put instances, one time, I guess, area of challenge is strong sense. When people have, you walk in an elevator and it opens and then poof, there's that overwhelming cloud of smell that they had just doused themselves, right? If I'm even having an interview with them, not to conduct myself professionally, but I'm thinking, oh, I have to keep it together, Pat. I'm being calm. I don't want it to seem that what they're with is causing any distress. And it has a negative aspect to the interview. And you might not just generally think about, but they matter. As nonverbal, how you're sitting. Are you leaning forward? You know, if you're engaged, closed off. And sometimes, just because their arms folded, I don't necessarily I'm closed off. Because my office at Green Acres, where interviews, it's cold. There's a bed there, and it's cold. So some people are cold. They're not shut off. but you want to be cognizant of how your body language represents you. Because at that point, we're completely judging you on what we see. Because we've gotten to the actual interview part of it yet. But all things matter. And it's important to think about that. Because if you guys are at a party or at an event, you know, making judgment calls, all we are too. For paralanguage, the non-lexical component, and does anybody refers to? So this is the part of language that doesn't work. Well, I like to talk to you guys. Right? That's a component. Was that annoying? Yeah. But it speaks to, you know, are you completely talking monotone and everything that we're saying is completely okay? We're class, we'd really like to introduce ourselves to you. So non-lexical components. But they make how you're being perceived. And you know, as you've gone through, had customer service somewhere, and you someone interact with you, and you're thinking, wow, that's being right. We're making mistakes. Not saying them to you, but and so recognize how you're presenting yourself. And I've probably done lots of communication classes and presentations. And myself, we're all go, that's all part of that non-lexical component. One time with someone, and they like it, which was looking for was, and it's interview that I only focus on. And then think as an employer, we is in an open office environment, and how a person be received amongst my coworkers and my peers, and distract or prohibit them from being able to do work. So, relations, because I don't think, oh no, I'm being all the time. But don't allow that to dissuade your confidence. Because prep work, part of that developing the brand, is for you to identify in yourself what are either potential pitfalls or flaws that may come out and how to avoid them. Okay. What we want. And this one is really, really important. So this is where I can type questions. Here's a question. HR people will ask behavioral type questions. Before is what past behavior was, because it reflects in the future in a life situation or circumstance. The point was, over time, you had worked on a team that did not get along. What happened? What did you take? What was the result? Now I'm going to put this, guys. What employer are looking for? I would disagree with you. See how you positively contributed to that situation. I would go through all of that. Absolutely. Right?
Was actually difficult for you and how you got over it, what you did in leadership.
Yeah.
One of our projects, one of the projects that we had in our really bad. It wouldn't work for me. That they were and it didn't work in the interview, obviously, but that's, you know, you talk about it and then you talk about how you got around it and how you worked together to come together to actually
right.
And then the end result.
I'd be surprised at how many people, how many interviews ask that same type of question, will kind of respond similar to yours, but they say, I'm a bad person, or they'll say, there was this gopher, and and didn't do anything, and they were just such an annoying person. So I went to Prof. I was like, Prof, you got to get this person off my team because they're dragging us down. And I did laugh because we've all experienced it. But is that it? No. And to your point, it's absolutely, and to your point, it's positive. What sort of resolution came out of this? Because we're looking for communication, teamwork, potentially goal setting, resolution. So we're going to answer that was because you're adults that have gone through 2 secondary education. So responses or the snippet, really response. And so with that question, we're really looking for, and some of you may or may not have heard about the STAR technique. If you have to learn it, it's great. You formulate your answers in a way that you understand and comprehend, and transition what you're trying to say and communicate it effectively to the receiver. Because it's branding and whatnot, and all of it is communication and communication. So one thing that you can do is provide context. Well, within my family project, it consists of 4 people. I was in the supportive role. Now, the person who's in the leadership role has leadership skills. And really our group in trying to get our project completed for this. Now, I understand that this project was worth 25% of our final grade, so it's a significant amount of importance for us to get good marks. So what I did, and Mike did, is we came together and had a conversation. And we asked this person who was in the leadership role, you know, what challenges were with their current circumstances, and tried out one of the defining characteristics that were preventing them from their role in the group. And sometimes we will resolve our differences. We actually set a timeline, which each person required to submit things by, and we will submit our project on time, and we got 95% mark on that particular project. You know, we tried this endeavor. It didn't work. We were still having challenges, so we attempted to communicate again. Again, it was not successful, so then we went for a request. So then, as an employer, from the end. And from that point, what you took. So your skills, logic, your and articulate correctly and effectively. So all of making comments on and taking notes down. Another, which is right to your point, of positive, is something like those questions, what do you weak at? Or describe you made a poor decision at work. What happened for a minute? I don't want to hear is or right?
Have you ever actually heard that? Really?
I've had when I ask a question, they'll actually say, "Oh, I have problems with my phone." I would rather hear is, well, to be honest, I've really prided myself on my communication skills. So currently at the moment, I haven't had any challenges, but if I did, this would be the approach that I would take to it. So it's that now I essentially believe you that you had these problems, but I knew that if there was one, you have the capacity to resolve it, which is important. And it's critically important in all of your answers. It's been, I'm doing air quotations, but you're thinking to the positive. What are you weak at? So, professional writing is something that I have struggled with in the past. Because I recognize that prior to the submission of a particular article or report, is that I have proofread, sure that any errors are, and I've taken a couple of courses on professional writing to improve my skills. So while that's an area that I struggled with in the past, it's something that I'm cognizant of, and I'm continuously ensuring that what I submit is appropriate and accurate. It is, but that's why that it's not really a weakness, is to help identify how to fix it. That's what you want to do. You always want the employer to lean on and be like, wow, did you just that's just what I'm looking for. You're right? That's what we want. Questions? Great. So I keep talking. That's one of my talents. So I'll transition over to Lisa for the final portion here.
Now talk about the pre-interview, hire, however, use things that you can do. Right? We're going to talk about the process, building, now. Remember that even though you have left the interview, it's all done, you can finally breathe again. That and you can do things to continue that. What you do is really quick, concise, thank you note or the email to those who interview. It's a simple way to show your respect for their time. Hey, I really appreciate time, take the time of your day to interview. Simple. You got notified you didn't get the job. That's really important. But take advantage of that moment and ask for feedback. Ask, hey, what could I have done better during the interview? How could I prepare more? Was there something resume? You will always make your mistakes, and the employer will more than likely be more than willing to offer back to you. Where maybe it's not in that current moment, but maybe sometime in the future. So these people, you're on a high note. No job, but you're opening work for future opportunities. And you go, you know what? This person's really great. They didn't get the job for this position, but yet I was the teacher. There's a little bit of a Christmas story.
So everyone here is getting co-op or done co-op or whatever. So I hired a co-op student. I came to interviews, which I haven't done in this is my plus university. Do the interviews. It's really important. It's a critical skill, and not students do it. During interviews, I had students that did very well. It allows us an opportunity as the employer and the prospective employee to discuss these opportunities for growth. I did that. I had a position open in our organization, came in and actually applied. Again, but growth. Because for them, they actually took what I had said and applied it. And then again, hey, Pat, I'm just wondering if there's anything that I can work on or any areas that I can improve. I'd love to answer that. And I did. The organization, which they applied for, they didn't get it. And they said, no, Pat, thank you so much for the opportunity. I appreciate it at the time. I'd be adjusted, which I provided. I had a co-op opportunity come up in the organization. I had university and asked specifically for that student. And I, you know what, mind reaching out to this student, this particular student, and they'd be interested in a co-op opportunity in my human resources department. I recognized what they the information I gave them and grew. And they continue to grow. They continue to embrace their brand and develop brand positively. And that's what I wanted in my organization. Someone I wanted the opportunity to mentor and develop at my site. It was great.
I think that's all today. About things to do, re-engineering the interview and post-interview. So we talked about how to set out, and that main point was creating yourself. Like we've mentioned before, try to find an employer you are, that's what, after giving some wonderful examples today, we can all take something away. And from, which is really wonderful. We said, try to have confidence to brand yourself, be confident in yourself. Ask questions to the organization. Try to value in what they're applying for. And this will help you ensure it's better. So now we open
Query.
Thinking about confidence, are there certain indicators that you notice a lot that either show a lack of confidence that could be a deal breaker, or something that certain applicants do that you go, wow, this person is confident? Like, what are some of those indicators?
Sure. I think confidence is necessarily the right word. Or it is confidence, but authenticity. I want to see the real you. I want the you that you're proud of and that you support. You that know you deserve to be there, and simply there to articulate to me why it would be a great opportunity for you to start an organization. Because at the same time that we're evaluating you, you should be evaluating us. Because organization matches your values, your ideals, your goals in life. How a stepping stone to achieve the next step. At the same time, we're making the evaluation. You should be doing the same thing. So that kind of, yeah. Yeah.
As far as preparation, I know what you mentioned with behavioral is immediate establishment that you know yourself. So that pressure as well is a chance to figure out on the better speaks to just know yourself and you can talk.
Yeah, great question. There's some individuals might recognize that maybe they're an introvert or they have difficulty in communication. They're not right for the job. Let's say you're in an account position where their ability to interact with others is that communication might not be one that we as an employer will be put merit on. However, if you're applying still in the same scenario for a position and be under a meticulous attention to detail and telling mistakes in your resume, you move that statement false. So it's important to recognize what position is you're going for, and to specifically for that position, and be aware of what so you avoid any of those potential pitfalls.
Next to Heather, you mentioned, you have to compare is what you're asking. And in my opinion, a year ago I had a phone interview that was absolutely horrible. And I'll be the first to say that, because it was absolutely horrible. You don't know yourself, but I think for myself, and maybe you as well, you have to prepare to know what to say. I got yourself. Over I've myself for 24 years. I didn't know what to tell them. I prepared. I thought, over the phone, it would be easier than a face-to-face interview. That is not the case. And I think, so yeah, I definitely learned from that mistake. So preparing, what did you say?
And what's the thing as well, is when we get in those moments where tell me a time. If you prepared something to think about, to what you're be, our natural way our brain works is those honest experiences in our life that actually you're like, boom, you start going there and you're like, oh, that was not a good example. After the preparation and preparing, like, to ask a question about communication, this will be the answer that I will provide. Because, like, the answer to your question is, you don't have to memorize per se. Your speaking points thought out about the situation or the context that you're going to use as your example. And that way you can have all the details formulated and know if you understand what the employer is looking for, you're like, well, question. What do you think? This is, and then you can articulate.
One thing is, when I try to ask the job posting, and I try to reading between the lines, really asking for it, formulate questions that they could potentially ask me on the thing they're asking for on the job posting. And Patrick said, I will formulate questions, and I'll take a time, I'll think of an experience that I could call up. Just so I'm going to think of something at the top of my head. And if and when that question does pop up, exactly what I'm going to
Canada has this amazing thing called human rights. And it's really important to understand the right that you don't provide any information or context about things that's covered by human rights. We as Earth cannot ask you those things. However, if you're, well, tell me about yourself. That's a great question. I have 6 kids. I broke my back last year. I'm still going through a lot of rehabilitation. My ex has been really off. You know, those things now become relevant, and we can ask you about those things because you brought them into the interview. We haven't done them. You disclosed that to us. So that as well in your preparation.
We track here. I'm going to paraphrase it a little bit. If the student sees that a certain question that they don't have any experience dealing with that situation, what course of action, they can jump a little bit when you're talking about, you know, have experience. However, if I did,
Yeah.
sort of how you
Absolutely. And especially if an employer has to interview properly, they'll provide an opportunity, you know, as we go through it, there's things you don't understand or if you have questions about, please ask. And it's inherent upon us, as the employer or the interviewer, to questions that you as the applicant understand. Because we want to get a response. Important and that communication comes in is to bring the question in such a way that you understand, and then you can provide an answer based on your understanding of the question. So there needs communication back and forth.
And it's not a red flag if you ask, can you use the question for me or something.
Not at all. No problem. And just like, one of those questions, what do you know about us? Well, you were started in 1960. You have, I believe, 4 or 5 locations. I think you're in Coyle and my own coordinator. Thinking, wow, their skills allows them and their intellectual skills allow them to read our website. That'd be awesome. Right. Then employer, I'm thinking, I am of dozens of resumes you've sent out because you didn't take the initiative to learn about me. I take the initiative to learn about you.
Moment. That said, it's possible to be a little overzealous with the research. Like, personally, I find it off-putting if it befriends me on LinkedIn before I've even met them. Would you?
Yeah. What you're trying to do is developing your brand, you're getting those touch points, those positive moments of interaction that alluded to earlier, that initial interview, right? That's a gateway introduction to an opportunity to see someone in an organization that you research and said, this is something I want to be, I want to be a part of. Could you tell me a little bit more about it and how I can do that? So then of that informational interview is, okay, thank you so much for your time. What if I add you to on LinkedIn? Because they're asking for that permission. And then you're creating a positive touch. Where I have these students that said, really great areas, but one area that I've identified is you're not going to grant. So we actually utilized and leveraged LinkedIn for their I had to write articles for LinkedIn. For LinkedIn, that picked up by the HR Capital magazine. And so now that top student brand is bigger, more known, and more well expected because of it. When you have those types going, they actually LinkedIn. Yes, absolutely. So, yeah.
There are some resources for students. Say you feel like you're a very good communicator, we're going through interview after interview without success, and you feel lacking outside our office, reaching out for feedback. Are there other
Yes, but it's more. I feel in our communities there are enough opportunities for students to those experiences, and that's why whenever possible, I try to do the co-op interviews, the mock interviews, the value that it has, because enough opportunities for students to be put into a professional setting to have feedback, education, and understand. And I think because we have with masters is something that local that is excellent to allow a person to articulate, speak, and practice that, but that there's not a lot of really opportunities.
Masters, a co-op student who recently completed a work term identified that was a need here for students, and actually just started a Postmaster club for the student level at university. So that's a great opportunity for students to engage with.
and also opportunity at Calgary campus? If anyone was possibly suitable now, we were situated at the Toastmasters, I'm told that will now as well.
I think the company event for Lethbridge, and I'm sure the university are absolutely wonderful. Totally give students that opportunity, networking coming. Any PD events you can attend, maybe you can network and set up at a company. No, I think it's all in those events that the university offers to do it. So this, like the co-op program is worth it.
Look for mentorship. It has to be through your institution, doesn't mean your city. But find that is a place where you want to be, you respect, and I think it's about that brand that help you count those things. It is that network component. It's not always what you know. It's about who you know. And through forwarding your careers. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to end our recording now. Those of you who are listening to this recording or joining us online, if you do have additional questions, please do feel free to through to the co-op, and we get those